And, before we get started too far, I guess I'd like to bring our first testimony in, and you'll just want to hit *6, Bob. Bob Moat, are you on the line? Hit *6, Bob.
Hey, Bill, quickly while we're waiting for Bob, you've been on the H pill now for 202 days. Is that right?
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
202 days. I liked it the day that I started, and I felt it. Yeah. I had amazing results the first month. It was amazing, but it's just gotten bigger and better and happier and more fulfilling and better by the day. First thing I do is stumble out of bed in the morning and go out and take my H pill with a glass of water. It's just the first thing I do every day. Love it, love it, love it. Are you on, Bob? I know you were on the call tonight. Are you there?
Well, I'm on. Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
The *6 thing, you know how techie I am, Bill. and anyway, no.
Well, we have Bob Moat on. I've known Bob for several years. He is a professional networker. He's been to the top many times. And in his playtime or his spare time, he's been a full-time pharmacist. So, Bob, tell us about your, how you got on the H pill and what happened, a little about your background. Let us know where you're at and what you're doing. Hello, Bob.
Well, we are in Central Oregon. We're headed to Texas in April. And I absolutely am excited. I have found lightning in a bottle with sizzle showing up. And I'd like to go back a little bit because I've got like a 29-year testimony that I want to give on one of your products called SpectraMax that I think might be enlightening. I've been on the H pill for 95 days, and I've got some awesome results with that. But in 1993, I got started with Tom Maurer in his first opportunity, a nutritional company that you alluded to, Bill, when you talk about transfer buying and all the safe products that he created. There's a fellow by the name of Dr. Samuel Epstein, who is the head of the American Cancer Coalition, and he also wrote the Safe Shopper's Bible. When he found out that Tom was going after the 3,400 different harmful ingredients in different products, especially in his bathroom, he was fully on board. And it has been a remarkable venture that he got started. He ran into a lot of headwinds against different companies, but your bathroom really is good to know. But let's get into the H pill. For me, what happened after 95 days is, and from a pharmacist standpoint, maybe the most major medical breakthrough since DNA and penicillin was discovered. But wow. After I was on it, for 5 weeks, I don't know why I was so zoned out, maybe going through detox, I don't know what. But I realized for 3 weeks I had not been on any pain pills. And before that, for years, I had been taking a pain pill, doctor prescribed tramadol, and I'd take up to 6 a day, and I had to stop at 2 o'clock because they would keep me awake at night. And so for the rest of the day, my hips, my knees, my ankles, my feet, my body would just ache, and I would just tolerate it. And when I take the key back to the back room of the pharmacy, I worked in a big chain, it was a long ways, and every step hurt. And then you had to go all the way back to the front of the store. Then you had to go all the way out to the where the car was. The point is, there's a lot of people in pain, and in the pharmacy, tramadol is the #1 prescription that they dispense. A lot of people need the H pill. The second thing I'd like to bring up is that along with no pain, I had a lot of energy, and so all the projects around the ranch that I'd put off because of the pain and lack of energy, now I just jumped into. I had other benefits, sleep better, mental clarity is really, really better, and I love that. I just feel good all over. This winter we've been on airplanes going down to Texas. been all around all kinds of people, family here, family there, everybody coming down with the flu, and our immunity with the H pill had just been sensational. We have not had one day sick. Now, before I get off, I'd like to jump from the mineral solution that I was taking on the first company that Tom Maurer had, and it had 77 essential and trace minerals in it, and that was kind of the forerunner of what SpectraMax has become. If you look at the ingredients in SpectraMax, it is way, way beyond that, but it does have those 77 different minerals. And when I got started, I was sick. After maybe 6 weeks of the minerals, I felt great and felt great ever since. When I went to my doctor, he liked to do this annual prostrate test. And he said, Bob, I don't understand how you can have a prostrate at 67 years that is the size of an 18-year-old. Why don't you tell me why? Well, knowing doctors, I did not bother to tell him. But since then, after Tom Maurer started Sizzle, I think in 2005, there was a period there when I couldn't get the minerals, and I didn't know anything about Sizzle to speak of in SpectraMax, so I was out of it for a long time. Well, just giving you a kind of a 29-year history of the minerals, I went from having like an 18-year-old prostrate to now a full-blown aged male prostrate with all the problems that come along with it. So that's kind of the bottom line. I wanted to add one more thing. They asked Tom Maurer, I don't know when they might have asked him this before the H pill came out, what was his number one product that he will never be without with all of his formulations? And he said SpectraMax. And there's a reason for that. And I'm thinking, just from a pharmacist standpoint, watching people come and go and die and side effects and all those things that go on in the world of grading medicine, linking SpectraMax along with the H pill might be very, very wise. So, Bill, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Well, thank you, Bob. It's an amazing thing, and I so appreciate that information coming from a pharmacist. Bob, we're so proud of you and glad you're part of our team, and we look forward to watching you down the road. And thank you for that great testimony. Daphne, you probably have a few people you'd like to hear from as well, don't you?
Oh, don't we, though, Bill? We've got a lineup. We've got more people than we can handle every Wednesday. It's a lot of fun. Just a very quick comment that was fascinating from Bob there. Thank you, Bob. And honestly, in my family, we're doing exactly what you've recommended there. And it's very nice to hear that background to the SpectraMax. And I know the Age Pill amplifies that. Len, I hope you're with us tonight. I had the pleasure actually of meeting Len in person a few years ago when I was doing some meetings with people. And Len, you've continued to be a really steadfast person, but boy, you've really jumped into action with the Age Pill and Sizzle. It's really fun to be more actively involved with you, Len. And Len's coming on tonight to talk to us about his mother on Valentine's Day. Are you there, Len?
Yes, I am. I'm here. You bet.
Awesome. Welcome, Len. Take it away. We're keen to hear what you have to say.
Yes. I'm going to be talking about my mother. She's 91 years old. And bless her soul here, a little over a year ago, she had a stroke on her right arm. And she was in the hospital for 62 days. And then from there, she got transferred to a senior's home. She was in there for 8 months. They sold the senior's home, so what happened, everybody else was being placed in other places. I want to go home. So we had her go home, and she was basically on her own, doing her own cooking. The only thing that she had to do was have somebody come in and give her a bath once a week. That was it. But I told her not to go down the stairs to do laundry. Of course, she just still did it. Told her not to shovel snow. She still did it. Told her not to cut the lawn. She still did it. But it still kept her alive and kept her moving. And so what happened in December when I went home, I had kind of a market here we had to set up here with the Age Pill. So we were set up, and I brought a bottle home for Mom there to try. And I was hoping and praying that this was a miracle, because what I wanted to do and what we heard so much about the Age Pill, to clean the cells out of your body. And She's sleeping better. She's now regained her balance. The only time that she has to use her walker now is if she has to go to a store or something. That's about it. And instead of going out and shoveling or doing the snow with a broom or a dustpan, for crying out loud, she's now started using the shovel. And I said, "Holy, what do you mean using the shovel?" "Oh, yeah." She says, I now have strength back in my arm to where she had her stroke. So to me, that was amazing. She had tags on the back of her back that she was scared to scratch and whatnot because she was scared to have them bleeding. Since then, those tags have dropped off. Her skin is a lot more softer. Her hair was gray. It's now going darker, which she's very, very pleased with. And she got a letter the other day from her cousin from down in the States. She read the letter without using a magnifying glass, which she would normally be using. Plus, she also read the return address up on the left-hand corner. And you know how small that is. And she said, I don't know what's happening, but it's got to be the age pill. And, of course, I know that's the thing that's doing it because she's more happier. Her mood is better. She had a bump on her head, and it's kind of funny because, parents don't normally tell kids their problems. She said she had on her head, I don't know how long that she's had it, whatever, I think quite a few years. And that bump or whatever it is also getting smaller. So she's just I've never seen her and talked to her. I talk to her every day. And she's so much more happier, more alive. And she's sleeping like a baby, she said. And, of course, today is Valentine's Day, and I had got her some roses, and she was very, very happy. She said the roses are blooming and doing awesome. And the thing is, when our parents get to a certain age, some of them put them in a nursing home and they just leave them. I talk to her every day, sometimes a couple times a day. But you'll never know until the time that they're gone how much you really cared and missed them. So keep the age pill going because they're going to keep going and hopefully they'll be stronger than I was. But that's her story, and she's sticking to it. So thank you very much for letting me share the story to everybody. Thank you again.
Wow, thank you, Len, for sharing with us. That's I don't even know what to say with so many aspects of her life changing. How long has she been on it, taking the age pill, Len? And is she taking 6 a day, or I'm just curious?
Yeah, she's taking 6 a day. She's just started on her second month.
Wow.
She's started on her second month.
That's fast. That's just unbelievable. She chop her own wood, too? I mean, that is remarkable in such a short period of time in that age bracket to be having such remarkable results. Len, that's thrilling. We use words, we're all listening. It is just that, Len. I'm so happy for you and your mother, and I keep thinking of how many people in that area of their life that we all know that can benefit so amazingly. It's very, very touching. It's very heartwarming. Thanks for sharing, Len, so much.
You're quite welcome.
Where do we go from here, Phil? We've got more people waiting,
I don't
tapping
know.
on the door.
Yeah, they keep getting better and better and better, don't they? So I guess we're going to be talking to more people. I've had about 20 people call and want to be on the testimony call tonight, so we're booked up for the next 2 or 3 weeks, but literally thousands of testimonies coming, and I'm blown away every day. People calling, telling me what happened, what it's done, where they're going, and I had one stroke victim that he was taking 6 twice a day. He called about last week and he said, I think I'm going to start taking 6 3 times a day. And I said, hey, you're a big boy. Go ahead. You're 87. You know what's up, so go ahead. But we've got some more testimonies for you tonight. And our next testimony would be Deb Joan. Deb, are you on the line? Could you hit *6 and come on and share with us what the age pill has done for you and yours? Are you there, Deb?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, tell us where you live and what you do and what's happened to you.
I live in Connecticut, and I've been on the age pill since October of 2017. And at the time when I got the age pill, I was in pretty bad shape. So I did an outline tonight so that I could quickly run down what happened to me since I had my knee replaced in 2011. And I don't know if people understand, when you go into the hospital and you have a major operation, really bad things happen to your body. At that time, I didn't know anything about a knee operation or what was going to happen, but I can tell you that it was very bad. They give you bad drugs, and I was on those painkillers for quite a while. That just started my spiral down as time went on. The next thing that happened in 2014, I got diverticulitis, and it was very bad. It was the bad kind, and I was hospitalized for it. While I was in there, I got C. diff, which is a very bad bacterial infection from the diverticulitis, and the doctor told me I could die. So I got out of that, and I made it out alive, and I was given more antibiotics and more painkillers. As time went on, my body started to deteriorate because of all the poisons that I had put in it. Of course, when you're going through it, you don't really see that, but as time goes on, you do feel it. In 2015, I went to see a doctor about I was feeling very bad all over. I had lots of pain in my joints, and I felt like I was welling up some. I don't know how to explain it, but she told me that I had fibromyalgia. So she gave me some tramadol, which I was on for quite a long time. And she told me that the only thing you could do with that is to get pain pills. That's what I did. In 2017, I had a gallbladder attack, and it was very toxic. By the time I got in there, the doctor said, it's a good thing I came in because it was about to get very bad. I had my gallbladder out, and again, I was pumped up with drugs and just released with antibiotics again. I'm just giving you the highlights. I had a lot of other stuff going on between that, but I just wanted to get the biggies in there. When I got out of all that stuff, I think my immune system was really, really horrible. I don't think it could fight off anything. Since 2011, I had pneumonia 3 times. Every time I got the flu, I got pneumonia. I kept going to the doctor, and he kept saying, why do you keep coming back here every year? I got to know the doctor. He's pretty interesting. And he said, yeah, there's something going on. I said, yeah, I think it's my immune system. It's pretty rotten. So at the time when I went to go see John, who has been a friend of mine for many years, he himself was in a rehab for a stroke. And I went to go see him, and he told me about the age pill. And at the time, I was desperate. I was so desperate, I was on the verge of committing suicide. I didn't want to live anymore. I was in such pain all the time. My joints ached, my body ached, everything ached. I was using a walker, a cane. I felt horrible. I can't even begin to tell you how horrible it was. But I talked to John, and he gave me a bottle to try. I came home, and I started it right away. I mean, I swallowed 6 pills right down, right away. And I couldn't wait to start it. Something told me that this was going to work. And by golly, here I am. I walk without a cane. I don't get sick. I am fully recovered from everything, and I have not told you everything that's wrong with me, but I am telling you this thing is so remarkably wonderful. I can't tell you. In addition, my husband is doing well with his shoulder, and he's doing well. I think the age pill actually affects your mind and makes you feel better. Makes you feel like you want to live again. Makes me feel that way anyway. And John is doing well too. He's recovering, and we're all doing good. I mean, I would recommend anybody to take the age pill along with the triangle of life, the golden triangle, I'm sorry, that particular one with the Eternity, the Spectrum X, and the Fucoidan. Those 3 things are an arsenal against, I mean, I can't even begin. I'm just stuttering because I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's my story. I would recommend anybody that has any kind of any problem of health and, just living, just to try these products because they are beyond, they're godsends. And thank you for letting me spew out my stuff, and I hope I helped some people tonight. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Deb. You know, I've heard your whole story, and that was the abbreviated form, but wow, I know you've overcome a lot, and thank God for giving you the H pill and getting your husband on it as well. Daphne, we hear this all day long, and I know you probably have another one to share here and there, but isn't that amazing that people have lost all hope, waiting to commit suicide, and along comes the H pill? Come on.
Absolutely. I feel like Deb, I just feel spluttering for words. Really, there's just so much in that story, how much these words mean from people's personal experience. That's just remarkable, Deb. So without words, I'm stumbling for words. I'm so joyed for you that you've made it back. And obviously it's a very bright path forward, and you're going to benefit many, many people as well. So I would love to bring someone else on, Bill. Have we got time? I think we can. And that would be Karen. Okay, awesome. Karen in California was spilling over with things to share, and it would just be so perfect if she could also join in with us tonight. Karen, are you there?
I am Daphne, and hello, Bill. What a pleasure to be here. And it's like everybody's sharing their stories. I just have to start off and to say each call that we have weekly, and it doesn't matter if it's Bill or Jerry with his sizzle call, these testimonies are so heartwarming. Just like last week, Bob was sharing his story about his 3 strokes, and he was saying, I wouldn't be here today unless it was for the H pill. And then just like with Deb right now, and then Bob, our pharmacist, each of us just have this beautiful story that we're sharing, that the H pill has made a dramatic change in our life. And I go, it is so exciting to hear everybody's story. We just want to applaud for each and every one of you. And so I'll try and give my abbreviated version.
Thank you, Karen.
What the H pill has done for me. And 12 years ago, had a car accident, T-boned, had a major impact to my left temporal head. And being raised in the alternative family through chiropractic, 3rd generation, I know to stay natural. I know to stay away from toxic elements. And bless Tom Maurer for having his mission to make sure, just like Bob, you were sharing earlier, I love that knowledge we get from everybody, 73,000 different types of chemicals that are put into our body. And Tom says, I am to make these products safe. Not only does he make them safe, he makes them exceptional beyond anything else that's out there. And so with me, where I was having migraines, it in essence knocked out the left cognitive brain. If I tried to do any kind of sequencing, it would just start migraines. That just would not stop. It would just burn and sear my head. And so I'd been through different modalities trying to find the answer for myself. Every MLM there is out there, and then along comes age. And so I started back on September 17th, and I'm not kidding. The very first day, I could not believe my energy, my vitality. I was in my office cleaning it up. I was just everywhere where I hadn't been able to do anything. I was Miss Gung-Ho, enough so that I was lifting huge boxes from across a table to me and pulled a major upper rib bone out of place. And by day 2, I am going, what in the world did I do? What is going on? It was just a searing pain right through my upper chest. And so, as usual, taking my age pills. By the 3rd day, it was completely gone, all the pain. And I'm going, my God, I didn't realize how sick I was until you start feeling good again. And so I had lost my home, I'd lost my practice, I'd lost my lease, I'd lost my car. I'd been in survival mode for the last 5 years. And just bless dear people who brought me into their home so I could just get my health back. And through everything I have tried, nothing has done it. And so there's so much to share. It's just a pure love. I can't help but share. Where we are also subject, I found, to a lot of external. and also what we put into or onto our body. And so some of the things that I discovered, I would be on my phone and would start firing my head off, having a smartphone. And I would get these searing, burning migraines across the top of my head that would just throb. And it'd be like 15, 20 minutes. Then we have our cell towers, we have our smart meters, we have so many different frequencies, our Wi-Fi, our negative EMF, we're being bombarded constantly. And so I love going into Tom Maurer's research, just like with David Sinclair out of New South Wales University, coming to Harvard, given his own wing, and just off of one of the products, the NAD, would show how it is not only growing the rats younger, it is also restoring, like everybody's talking about, their lumps, their bumps, their aches, their pains, they're gone, and getting back their dark hair and getting rid of their gray hair. We are the living testimony. We are the living clinical study. And so with me, it's where with the age pill, it's not only giving me back my full cognitive ability to where I have full functionality, it's making us smarter, growing younger, and there were areas where I could not access. It was like with stroke patients, they say it's like you've had a hole through your head. I can literally see, notice, and people are saying, Karen, your cognitive, your mental faculties, your remembrance, every aspect has just gone into high gear, and it has just changed my life. It has given me my life back. It's one of those things that you just can't help but share it with people because you know it's going to change their lives, just like Deb. You're ready to give up. You're ready to commit suicide. You just can't deal with it anymore. And it's just one of those exceptional products. I feel we are all blessed to have Tom Maurer, to have the age. And then what's even more exciting is every product that Tom Maurer has is exceptional. And so to hear on the SpectraMax, to hear on the Golden Triangle, as Tom Maurer's research had shown, he has even brought in what the Chinese dynasty had used to live 150 years, 239 years. He's the only person in the Western Hemisphere that has been able to bring that also into the age pill. So he always brings us the best of the best, and we are just so thrilled to have our life, to have joy, and to just be on this call with each of you today, being Valentine's Day. Lots of love to everybody. Stay with your age pill. We want it for life. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Dal.
Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed that call. Thanks for jumping on. We had some great testimonials. So that was from a previous call that I come across, and they were just really extraordinary stories showing the power of the product. And I know we often forget about how great this product is. And so it's a wonderful reminder, and it's very inspiring. So thank you for jumping on, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.